Building vocabulary is the matter of learning foreign language. So building vocabulary is very important. And I did build vocabulary in English. And now I'm okay to understand about in English, communicate in English because I've been building vocabulary. So naturally, building vocabulary means just like as we speak native language, include me, and then I speak Korean. Then when I speak Korean, I don't care about how many words I know. That is not the point because I know the already enough the words to communicate. Why? Why I know about the words? Because of just I know many words. No, we have trained the frequently used words already we use it. And also we can use a defining word to explain the word we needed to explain. We don't know the word and we can communicate with how to talk about it. But we have experience about communication in using frequently used words and defining words. These words are main words to communicate in normal life. So I call these two words are the core words to build vocabulary. So I'm going to talk about frequently used words and defining words rather than topic words. Topic words is specific parts, but normally, and then when we study foreign language to build vocabulary, we focus on topic words, not the frequently used words and defining words. Now, we don't practice frequently used words or defining words just because we think frequently used words are easy, so we don't practice, and or we don't try to explain the words that we don't know to explain to communicate with by using the defining words. Defining words is very important. The defining words is used words to explain in the dictionary. So we call defining words. Even already the frequently used words or defining words are researched. So we just look up and then we can use these words. Today, I would like to talk about not words, but phrases and sentences. In frequently used phrases and sentence and defining phrases and sentences. So let's jump to the phrases and the sentences. And then when we say frequently used phrases and sentences, for example, just like when normal life, how are you? And then we say that I'm fine. And where are you going? At home. And then we can communicate with some words basically, and then using short form and then frequently use the phrases. And then if I ask somebody, uh, what are you going to do this afternoon? And then I'm watching movies with my friends at the theater in the downtown. Then I say about this, and then the sentence, this is frequently used sentence. Then the means frequently used words, phrases, and sentences are naturally normal life, not the specific life. For example, hobbies, for hiking to the mountain, or surfing, or the playing the computer games. These are the specific way. 말리고 왔는데. 음. So, and then we should know about that case of what is the situation of the frequently used words, phrases, and sentences are used in the normal life, and then that is very important. So also the defining words I mean the defining phrases and sentences. Then, for example, I talk about and then paddle. Paddle, what is paddle? So if I don't remember the paddle, if I don't remember the paddle, then I should explain the paddle. The paddle, what is paddle? Too low to go the boat. And then we can say the paddle. And then, or I can explain cap. What is cap? Then if I don't know about cap, and then the thing that we wear to cover the sunlight, then we explain the cap or hat. Then these words are defining words or defining phrases and defining sentences. So this is very important. And then we do 3,000 words, including 여보세요? 아니, 금요일 날, 토요일 날, 뭐, 저기도 온다고 하는데, 누가 오는지는 정확히 모르겠어. 태식형, 그럼 태식형만 따로 오나 보지. 음, 그럼 내일 오는구나. 알았어. 내일 오네, 내일. 음, 형이 알아서 해. 태식형하고 알아서 해. 나한테 얘기하지 마. 음, so, and then I can make the schedule. For example, 100 was each session, and then 30 session with the AI. So when I can make teaching plans with these 3,000 words, with the frequently used word and then defined words. After then, and I can make 30 processing in the sentence with the AI. That I can build the AI. So this is a very important part, in building vocabulary and including the phrases and sentences. So I can do that. Okay, let's see, and then I can use the make a content new content with the AI with these that what I said simply. Then I can copy, so I can copy this and go to the AI. In English, make contents of how to use frequently used words, phrase, and sentence, defining words, phrase, and sentence to build vocabulary properly. This is a core in building vocabulary in learning foreign languages. After proofreading it, then simply, and then I can get some adding the what I told and the AI make contents successfully. And then these contents are very unique and then very good. So I can make contents to teach the vocabulary, and then building vocabulary is very important. But if we use topic words, we cannot use properly this in the vocabulary. So that is the point. So mm, now I can copy from new contents. I can add some my got and explaining. Hopefully, I'm using that. Here's a clean up and structured version of your message turned into a clear and informative content piece in English. The topic is how to use frequently used word, phrase, and sentences in building vocabulary. Ideal for a blog, a lesson plan, or learning strategy outline. How to use frequently used words, phrases, and sentences to build vocabulary in any languages. When learning for language, building vocabulary is essential, but not just any vocabulary. What matters most are the frequently used words, phrases, and sentences. These are the core tools we use in daily life, and mastering them is the key to becoming fluent. Let's break this down clearly. What are frequently used words, phrases, and sentences? Frequently used words are the most common words we use every day. Example in English, here we go. Can either one need to eat the gap? Frequently used phrase short the combination of words used regularly in conversation. How are you? And I'm fine, thank you. And then what are you doing? And let's go. The easy words we should become to the top of words and check out to build vocabulary because we are familiar with the easy words. If we depend on easy word, and then that is not good. We should go to the jump and then top of the words among the 3,000 words. Then we can figure out can we use these words, phrases, and sentences in normal conversation or is it the stories? And after then, it's okay. Then we jump to the topic words. So in building vocabulary, and if we can communicate with the other people who speak the languages as a native mother tongue, and then we can improve, and then we can go for level up. Frequently used sentence are full and simple sentence that appear in everyday situation. I'm going home. I want to eat something. To watch a movie. These aren't special events, they are the bread and butter of communication. Why are these word phrases important? Because they are used in almost every conversation. You survive in real world situation. Build your competence quickly. Create a solid presentation before running topic specific or technical vocabulary. When you speak your native language, you don't count how many words you know, you just use your word. And then that's the same goal in language learning. Enough vocabulary to speak comfortably, but defining word, phrase, and sentences. Defining words are simple words we use to explain other words. And if you forget the word paddle, you might say it's the tool we use to move a boat by hand. Defining phrases and sentences are the phrases that we use to describe or explain when we don't know word. It's an animal that meow and catches my cat. It's something that blocks the sun on the window, the curtain. And these defining tools that you keep talking even when you forget a word. They are also powerful tools to learn how to use a dictionary or ask others to clarify meaning. Common mistake, ignoring simple words and phrases. Many learners focus too much on perfect vocabulary like sports, science, or business before mastering daily vocabulary. That's like trying to learn before you can work. You don't need to know 10,000 words to have a conversation, but you must practice and use the common 2,000, 3,000 words actively. A sample learning plan using AI and vocabulary storage. You can build your vocabulary with a smart plan, for example, and then target learn 3,000 high frequency words session, 100 short session daily or weekly. Method 70 session for learning using frequently used words and sentence. Third session for learning is how to define unknown words using simple English tools. Use AI like ChatGPT to practice defining and using words in the context, output, build communication ability, not just for whisper. Real life expression examples using frequent sentence. What are you doing this afternoon? I'm watching a movie with my friends. This sentence includes I'm planning, present, continuous. Come on, bro, watch it, go, do, and now movie, friends, theater. And then using definable sentence. So if you don't know the umbrella, you can say that something you do when lines to stay dry at defining an action. Conclusion, learning a language isn't about knowing more words. It's about knowing the right words and using them often and clearly. So practice using frequently used word, phrase, and sentences. Learn how to define and describe things simply. Focus on natural communication, not perfection. Well, I talk about frequently used words, phrases, and sentences, and defining words and phrases and sentences because these are core words to build vocabulary, not the topic words. Mostly learner focus on topic words. That is not good. What are topic words? Topic words are for example, school or hobby and traveling or some, yeah. When we find some contents, mostly the topic words, not the common word, not the frequently used words, not our defining words. So, and we should focus on that was. And then it's from the statistics, somebody researched it in detail, not just randomly we find. It's searched well. So, and then we can check out the research and then search it on the internet and or we can check out with AI and then repeatedly. So I can build 30 session. Each session has 100 words, including the frequently used words and defining words. After that, and then if I know about the 3,000 words in detail and perfectly high level, then I can jump to the topic word. I can communicate with these words with the language partners, then we can jump to the level up. Okay.